What if he comes across an apple and he really wants to eat the apple, but he's like, it's too big for my mouth? Then
Lucario, he doesn't use bone clubs like a regular Lucario. He uses his sword.
Right, but he doesn't have any moves that would use that sword.
Why are you shut up?
As we head off into the unknown, never knowing where our journey goes. We struggled hard to get this far, and now's our time to reach the stars. The future may seem bleak and dark, but I know the light within our hearts will shine the way for us to start. The road to victory, together united we will succeed. This dream of ours will never die. No matter what, we'll be ready to fight. The path ahead is clear enough for me. As we head down the road to victory. Pokemon!
この番組わからんのスポンサーの提供でお送りします。That's probably about as good as that's gonna get.
Scarlet's gonna go over to Crystal because obviously she knows Crystal more than anybody else. And she's like, "Hi, how you doing? Why am I here?"
You look at Crystal, and even though you see Four and Crystal, there's actually, you sense a third presence. Sitting behind Crystal, you see a brush, like, going through her hair, and in reality, she's not moving it. It's actually an invisible Mewtwo behind her, just combing her hair, and she's just sitting there, like, kicking her feet off of the ship a little bit, just humming happily to herself.
Oh, Mewtwo's combing her hair. That's so sweet.
Crystal looks visibly older now. She looks to be about between 15 and 17, as if the last bit of things that happened to her has physically aged her.
But because it's like an anime, you wouldn't have really noticed the difference.
She looks up at you, and she goes, "Oh, hi, Scarlet."
Hello.
She looks at you and goes, "Oh, so we actually have something for you guys. Where's Jade?"
Jade,
Yes?
can you come here, please?
Oh, sure. Meep. Meep. Hello.
Scarlet's just like, Crystal needs us for something. So I just, What's up,
Oh.
Crystal?
Four looks at Jade excitedly, and she pops up, floats over to you, and hands Jade a small package.
Oh, for me? Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so I guess I'll open the package?
You open it up, and, like, just the package itself is cold to the touch, and as you reach into it, you pull out what looks to be a small hand mirror that is made from ice and some other mystical mumbo-jumbo. Like, it's...
Ooh.
You look into it, and you can see yourself just fine, but Chibi-Tina sitting on your head is not actually Chibi-Tina. In fact, sitting behind you is the mighty, like, immortal Giratina just hovering above you.
Oh, I like this mirror.
She
It's
goes,
like a truth-seeing mirror.
She goes, yeah, me and Crystal, we spent a long time on it, and, like, I worked really hard.
Oh, well, it's
I
really,
bet
really
you-
cool. Man, it must have taken a long time to figure out how to make that work the way it does. That's really, really kind of cool. How to do, is it mystical or technological or?
It's definitely it's definitely mystical, like Crystal
Yeah,
just
okay.
says, like, very plainly.
Okay.
Crystal's like, I've never touched a computer.
I was just making sure, I mean, if you guys worked on it and everything,
Scarlet's just like, it's really, really awesome, and she pats Four on the head.
yeah, no, I really like it. Thank you very much.
She nuzzles up, and she hands Scarlet a drawing. And it's actually a really impressive, like, crayon drawing of you and Crystal, like, floating above the multiverse, and you two are just kind of holding things together.
Scarlet's just like awestruck by it. Like, this is so awesome. I'm gonna pin it to my fridge when I get home.
Crystal just says you can give it to your parents when they get here in a couple days.
Wait, my parents are coming?
Yeah, the mysterious voice. Actually, there's quite a few people coming. I actually wanted to talk to Lavi about someone who wants to see him too. An old friend of ours.
Ooh. Oh, cool.
So, looking at the two of you after giving you your gifts, Crystal asked to see Marshadow. She looks at Jade and says, Can I see him, please? There's something I want to check.
You want to... okay. I suppose. I guess I'll call out Spirit. I'll leave him in my arms, I guess.
Marshadow comes out. In between all of this, just as some background noise then, you see Prism shouting at his Hoopa. And as he does that, his Gyarados emerges from the water. Hoopa looks at it like just kind of like determined and then begins to fight it. So these two are just fighting off in the distance for a while. Hoopa like slams into it, it knocks it back and they're going. Prism's aura rising and he achieves battle bond. And Crystal just goes, never mind that right now.
Okay.
You hold the mirror in front of you, Jade, and looking at it, you do not see Marshadow in your arms, but you see Spirit, as in the Chandelure.
Oh,
Aw.
wow. Oh, okay.
Revealed things.
That's a little... I just want to hug Marshadow more.
That's cute.
She holds out her arms a
Wait,
little bit.
wait. If I hold the mirror in front of my Vulpix, will it just look like a pile of snow?
No, but there'll be nothing there.
Just a snow.
Actually,
Oh,
yeah. Do you want to do that?
I don't know.
No, that's okay. You don't need to try that. It's alright.
I'm curious. I really want to know.
Okay.
We don't need... Oh, okay. I mean, if you want to.
I'm just like, can I have a go? I want to see. And then she's got Vulpix up on her shoulder, and she just holds the mirror up and looks in it, and yeah.
The mirror reflects a bunch of bright images as like you can't even see yourself in it. It's as if a brand new beam of light has hit it, and reflecting off of it are a bunch of rainbow colors.
Ooh.
You actually cannot get a good look at this thing. No matter how you angle it or try to move things, you can't see the Vulpix's reflection.
Ah, it seems like this mirror is not meant for me. She gives it back to Jade.
Thank you. Interesting.
It's pretty
Very.
though.
Yeah, no, it's very, very pretty. Yeah, it's interesting.
Crystal holds out her hands, expecting a Marshadow.
Oh, right. Here you go. I will very kind of reluctantly hand over Marshadow.
Marshadow gets handed over. He just kind of like does that little like baby hug thing and goes to Crystal.
Oh no.
Crystal sits down on the dock, puts her fishing pole aside, looks at Marshadow and just kind of stares at it for a little bit. Her eyes darken a little bit and the moon on the back of her hand glows and she just kind of sits there.
Oh, I
Can
Jade-
Scarlet kind of get an inkling into what she's doing?
Yeah, Jade's gonna actually never go like, Scarlet, I don't understand this stuff. What's going on?
All right, Scarlet, you can do a knowledge of occult. It will not be very difficult for you. I just want to make sure that you do not like fumble. Scarlet, you know that so you and Crystal each have some unique sets of powers. Your powers are based in dreams, which means you are very, very good at making dreams and ambition happen. Crystal, however, being the servant of nightmares and the avatar of nightmares, can look into possible futures and basically premonice like what's going to happen to things. Most of the time it comes up with the worst outcomes, but you know, there's a lot of use out of that. So you get to the impression that she's trying to scry into this thing's future.
Okay. So yeah, Scarlet just turns to Jade and just think, I'm pretty sure she's like just trying to figure out what's in store for Marshadow, like what his future holds. So I he'll be okay.
After
Okay.
And she kind of just also like nudges Jade and she's like, Jade, use the mirror on 4. Look at 4 with it.
Look at I don't know if I want to.
Scarlet's just like, I'm intrigued.
You're intrigued, but that's a little rude.
Oh no, I see.
Yeah, I
no,
suppose.
4 comes up and goes, no, I'm super cute. She like nuzzles in close to Scarlet and tries to like
Oh.
point the mirror at her.
Oh,
Oh no.
let's do a mirror selfie. Let's do it.
Oh, okay, all right. I will turn around then, and I'll face him, and I'll point the mirror to the 3 of us at once.
Okay. You turn around and it's it's a little weird because you have the mirror pointing at you guys, then your camera pointing at the mirror, so you're actually getting like a selfie of you in the mirror.
Right.
Nice.
So you got Scarlet radiating rainbows and more pink aura, and then you see this cute little white-haired girl who looks very similar to Crystal, more like an 8-year-old. She's got long, gorgeous white hair, and she's got this like little white yukata on, and she just gives this pearly white smile, grabs Scarlet, and then gives a peace sign.
Oh my god.
God, you're so cute.
I mean, I thought you were cute anyway, but yeah, you're pretty cute.
Yeah, this is the best photo ever.
You've hidden Vulpix
So
because
goddamn
like
cute.
every time Vulpix gets on screen, it's just ruining the it's just ruining
Yeah,
the
I'm like,
shot.
I'm sorry, Eve. I'm sorry. I put you down. We take picture.
Anyway, you snap the picture and you've got this really amazing selfie.
Yay!
It really is
I
kind of funny
I
seeing
show-
all
I
your rainbows bounce off of Giratina.
And Prism's like, hey, can I be in the shot? Never.
Too many rainbows already, dude.
Oh,
In the distance, you can see Prism shouting again as his battle bond explodes and Hoopa gets a little bit bigger and stronger, and he's just fighting off Lavi. That's right, his name is Lavi. That works.
Yes.
Eh.
You put the phone down as Crystal seems done, and she just kind of looks at Marshadow. Marshadow's just sitting there inquisitively, and she picks him up and hands him back to you, just smiling, and says, he casts his own light and his own shadow. That's really weird.
okay. Thank you. I'm gonna take him back.
Mine?
Yeah, mine. Definitely mine.
Fine.
Bunch of
Why am
rainbows.
I swimming? That's better.
Sorry, I had to grab Marshadow.
Hey everyone, it's the Sleepy Mystic Scarlet. You know, I've changed a lot while on our road to victory. I started off as a cute, shy little church girl who would sleep through all our encounters. But thanks to your continued support, I'm now something of a divine avatar, who also happens to be a cute little church girl. Hey, you should totally support us on Patreon. If you didn't know, you can get cool rewards like monthly lore packets, or even create your own characters that can join us on our journey. Some of our series' most memorable characters actually came from our supporters on Patreon. Support us today, and maybe I'll see you on the road. Bye-bye!
Hey guys, it's Lavi. You know, the awesome martial artist and burst warrior from Team Fresh Floof. Did you guys know I had my own poster on LoadingCrewCrafts.com? It's amazing, although a little strange. I don't remember having this one-on-one fight with Akamoto. Do you think this could be foreshadowing something? Either way, you can get the full physical poster on our website or a digital one for your personal computer. Whichever you choose, you'll be supporting us along with the show. Check out the Lavi vs. Akamoto poster on LoadingCrewCrafts.com.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna take him back and kind of hold on to him for a bit.
She explains to you most Marshadow are actually shadows of the light of victory. It's interesting that this one isn't attached to it. It's
I mean, well, he is a little bit different.
No, that makes sense. She looks up for a little bit and starts looking back at Prism and says, "Oh, it's about time. Can you give me a moment, please?"
Sure.
She walks
About
on
time?
She walks on over to the deck, and she's holding up a watch, and she's looking at Prism, who's battle bonded with the Hoopa, and she hears the timer go off, and this Hoopa does not disappear, unlike the one that happened in the lab.
Ooh.
4 floats over to her and says, "Wow, this one's lasting longer." And Crystal responds, "Yeah, the stronger ones seem to, but I don't want to risk this." She holds out her hand, there's a swirl of darkness, and she casts hypnosis on Prism, who falls asleep.
All right.
Now the sacrifice can begin.
Jeez.
Prism falls asleep, the battle bond fades, and then Hoopa disappears.
I was using Prism's strength.
Anyway, so
Prism's dead now.
I was hoping to talk to you guys more about the other stuff, but Ten's arriving in a few days, and he wants to see Lavi.
Ooh, who's 10?
10 was Lavi's first fighting partner.
Wait, what? Like his friend or?
Yes, back at the Team Vision base.
Okay. Scarlett's a bit confused, and then she's like, "Oh, you must have met him when he was there with his dad or something."
That's correct.
Sure.
You're super smart.
Thanks.
That wasn't meant to be condescending. I just don't talk well.
Okay.
So anyway,
Ooh, where am I?
back at the academy, after all this has happened.
Lavi, who is still being held by the scruff by Amber's like, I still don't understand why I'm here. I mean, if you just wanted to give goop to Luna.
What?
That sounds wrong, Lavi. Don't say it like that.
What? Goop?
Yeah, I don't like that one.
I guess you managed to pry yourself away from Amber, who is desperately telling you not to make friendly, helpful Hoopa the Prime. Plaid explains, well, like she says, we've been working with the international police for some time, and we've been trying to figure out how to make Hoopa last longer. It seems the ones at higher levels seem to last a couple hours or even a few days more than normal, but that's about it. They're at most 3 days. That's how long they last. The police have been kind of making them willy-nilly, and that makes me uncomfortable. He kind of looks at his Pokeball. This one's been out for only about 6 hours or so, and he's real helpful, but I'm just going to keep them locked in the Pokeball. As long as they're in here, they don't seem to age, he uses air quotes.
Lavi's like, still doesn't explain why you wanted to see me, and I mean, I could have.
Prism, like I said, he throws himself into every project we start. He's been experimenting with Battle Bond, and since you two have Battle Bonded before, and he actually looks at Luna and says, and you seem to be an expert at it with your whole mystical Battle Bond mumbo jumbo, we think you might be able to have better luck with this than us.
Oh, so the Hoopas can stay longer if they have more energy, so they can use our energy.
That's the working theory. Prism's been having a hard time battle bonding with a couple, and Crystal doesn't like him to stay it for long. While they're bonded, they kind of share a life force, and whenever they disappear, she's afraid that it's gonna make him disappear too.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't sound good at all.
But it's okay if you guys do it. Don't
You
worry.
should try it.
No, it's just you seem to be successful at literally everything you do.
Well,
so
unfortunately,
I mean-
Lavi's burst crystal is broken, so he can't bond anymore.
Lavi frowns a little bit as a reminder that he still can't burst.
They don't know that your thing's broken.
No. Like, it's just like that sort of passing moment. Like, yeah, that did happen. Like, he's not sad again. He's just like remembering that he
Actually,
can't. do it.
maybe you guys, since you're smart and everything, figure out a way to like fix it.
Oh, Steven comes over and says, a special crystal, you say? Is that like a rock or a stone?
Lavi pulls out the crystal that he's been using and going, yeah, mine got destroyed.
Steven Stone takes it and he starts to analyze it. He starts taking it to the table and he's getting really excited. He's like, okay, I remember seeing these before. Once you brought them to me the first time, this is a special Ransay thing, obviously. He starts bringing it over to his computers and starts playing with it and scanning it and doing all this science mumbo jumbo. And he says,
Amber kind of passes out on the table.
You can control Amber? What the hell?
I sure can. I can
On the bed, on the couch now, she's still
I
tired.
the only one I can't control is Professor Larch, which I don't even remember who the guy is.
He was the teacher who
Amber,
taught...
get down from there.
Anyway, Steven
Crazy.
starts playing with your raw material, and he comes to you.
Hey. You keep your filthy hands off my raw materials.
Man, I paid to see that.
Okay, so he looks at the old stuff, and he's got your raw material in his hands. So he hands you back the old shards and says, "This is what you've got here. The reason this broke is because this was artificial."
Yeah, I know why it broke, Steven, and I was in front of a giant explosion. Hell, I could have told you that.
He goes, no, you don't understand. Normally, after doing some research on this, normally the burst crystals are nowhere near your person when you activate them. This was artificially created. It's not a true burst heart thing. I'm saying when he activates it and he becomes a burst warrior, normally the crystal is nowhere near your person. Like you can't just break them by punching someone super hard. So you've got the shattered remains of a fake one. The regular ones can be broken, but not while in burst form. He explains. He says this one right here, what you've got a true piece of potential burst heart. All you gotta do is shape it yourself, or find someone else who can do it for you.
Or if Venti could just break a crystal with his bare hands.
Lavi, I'm gonna crush that heart for you.
So the raw rock is raw material for a burst crystal, right?
Yeah, it will make a true burst heart, which means that while he's a burst warrior, it cannot be broken.
Okay, so it's weird because Lavi has had a fake one, and yet, it's been pretty strong.
No, it's strong because this child is strong. He just kind of looks at you pointing at Lavi. With a true burst heart, he should be able to unlock the full potential of being a burst warrior.
Holy crap, you're gonna get stronger? That's awesome.
Oh yeah, they're ridiculous. Like, there was, way back in Ransay's history, there's ancient legends of a burst warrior single-handedly taking over the continent.
Cool. Foreshadowing, maybe?
Can you make us one for him?
I do not have the skills to do it. Normally you need to, sync your auras or something. The lore is really out there, but mostly because it's all in Ransay and not here, and they haven't been sharing a lot of their history with us.
It's okay, Scarlet can make you one with her god power.
He thinks for a moment and says, if you can get a Ransay local who's an expert in burst warriors to help you, maybe you might be able to forge it that way.
Sure, get Lucario out.
Yeah, I was just thinking Lucario.
Okay.
Would that work?
Well, Akamoto.
I don't know where Akamoto
Akamoto.
Huh. Oh, Lucario's got a sword now!
Remember, we replaced his sprite since he doesn't have a helmet anymore.
Yeah.
We need a sword, though.
He's a warrior.
What if he comes across an apple and he really wants to eat the apple, but he's like, it's too big for my mouth? Then
Lucario, he doesn't use bone clubs like a regular Lucario. He uses his sword.
Right, but he doesn't have any moves that would use that sword.
Why don't you shut up?
Lucario has no chill. Just at all times, he's stressed.
Ask him to make the rock.
Lucario takes the raw material from Steven's hands, passing it from one person to another, just real gentle.
Wow, being passed around. My raw material being passed around like now. I feel so cheap.
Lucario takes it, you explain the situation, and he begins warping his aura around it, infusing it into it. All it seems to manage to do was to imprint himself into it. You've been playing with your raw material so much lately that you already have your aura in it.
Your hands are getting hairy and you're going a bit blind.
You and Lucario's aura are synced into it for now, but he doesn't seem to be able to shape it into anything immediately useful. He just hands it back to you and explains that, sorry, all he knows is how to manipulate his own aura. He doesn't know how to manipulate those stones.
I see. Oh, thanks, buddy. Lavi pulls out his Pokemon, pulls it back in it.